competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that. Ay, yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that.
It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced them to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And 8.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had his eyes on that one being bigger.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them, because when you get people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
At the 38-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. By 52, by 52.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside deal. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
A gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 15-yard line.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from...
It got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll find Moreau here. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Under a minute to go, clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
7-7, our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
The ball carried,
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
You got motion right there. Wings, 154. I'm here all day. 54.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
16 yards. 1st down, Browns.
And a give this time to the tailback. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
1st down, Cleveland.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
23 yards on the play.
And the Browns first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
For the running back.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. Area here on 4th and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
3-yard line.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
There he goes left side.
Get off the field.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one
one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Number 36.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You want this? Light 42, light 42. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Looking deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
This is my mode, baby.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
4-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
He's going to air one out. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Completion here to Claypool. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. On 3rd down.
Bright, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 2nd down, Bright, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Browns 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Check 31, check 31, check 13, 19 tight.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Oh, this will be a Brown sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down at 17.
36-yard line.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
The Browns on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
The 3-yard.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. That'll go as a loss of 5. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now back to throw. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He's going to let it go again. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
7 on the carry.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 11-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 6. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Tonight's final score, Steelers.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Steelers, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, back to 4.